Okay, now we will move on to the next question. It is question number 7. Okay, minimum risk portfolio is the topic of it. Okay, so in this questions, what we'll do, we'll calculate the minimum risk of portfolio. Okay, an investor has decided to invest 1 lakh in shares of 2 companies, namely ABC and XYZ. The projections of return from the shares of 2 companies along with their probabilities are as follows. Okay, what they have given here, it is the return of ABC. Okay, minus means it is loss. Okay, this is also return only, and XYZ's return they have given here annually. Okay, they have given the projections of return for the next year. Okay, for the 1 year they have given, and they have given here probability. Okay, whenever there is a case of probability, it is for the next 1 year. Okay, so here they have given what probability. Okay, so we'll have to find how much will be the return. So how we'll do, we'll multiply it with this. Okay, now the total of it is 1, right? So 1 expected probable return is how much we'll get. Okay, so they have asked us to comment on risk of investment in individual shares. Okay, so individually how much return and risk we will get. So we'll do normally. Okay, see, normally how we'll do, we'll put year or probability here. Okay, and ABC return, XYZ return, and ABC into probability, XYZ into probability. So here we get, okay, and the total of it is our average return. Okay, so our average return is given here. Now how we will calculate risk of it? Risk is deviation from the expected return. So X minus X bar, right? So here for ABC we'll denote it as X, or here they have given us as ABC and ABC bar. ABC bar is your average return. Okay, so ABC is your X, this value, minus your average return. Okay, so always do it as X minus X bar. Okay, ABC minus ABC, expected ABC. Okay, so the first thing we need is our actual figure, and then only we need expected. Okay, so that we will do. When we do X minus X bar, we will get always the answer as 0. Okay, it is not a proper thing. Okay, so what we do, not always, but it's not proper. Okay, so what we do it square. Okay, by doing square we'll get a meaningful figure. Okay, so by doing square, this minus figure will go. No, we don't want this minus figure, so we do square of it. Okay, by doing square we get a total. Okay, so after getting a total, we divide it by n. So that is for the number of this thing, your number of whenever they have given past data. This is future data. So for future data, we don't know the past, we don't consider the past thing, we consider only probabilities. So we'll multiply it with probability. Okay, we'll multiply it with probability, we get our answer. Okay, in your average return, that is divided by n, here you just do probability into multiply it with probability. That's the only thing. Okay, after that we'll do for same for XYZ and XYZ bar. Okay, we'll get the same. Okay, here variance is 167.75, here it is 126.98. So if I need to take risk of it, see, now if I tell you, this is in percentage square. Okay, so if I tell you that the return you will get 12.25%, 12.55%, and the risk is 167.75 square, percentage square, will the layman understand? No. So what we need to do, we need to write it down. Okay, we wrote it down, we'll get 12.95, and we wrote it down, we get 11.27. Okay, so next thing what they are asking is, this is my first thing. Okay, risk and return of investment. Comment on the risk and return. So here if we need to comment on it, what is it? The expected return of ABC is more, so we'll invest in more. In terms of risk, XYZ is less, so we will have to invest in XYZ. Okay, that's the verdict you need to give. Next, compare the risk and return of 2 shares with a portfolio of these shares in equal proportions. Now what they are saying is, they are making a portfolio of it. Okay, the person is having 1 lakh, he is making a portfolio of it, he is investing 50,000 in each of the securities. Then he's asking this, how much will the risk be and how much will the return be. Okay, so return, how will we calculate? We'll just do weighted average. Okay, so weighted average if we do of both the things into 0.5 into 0.5, so how much is it? So 12.95 divided by 2, this is m plus, and 11.27 divided by 2. How much am I getting? It is 12.11%. Okay, so this is the basic thing, right? Return, where is my return? Okay, so here 12.55 was my return divided by 2 m plus, and 12.1 divided by 2 m plus MRC. So I'm getting 12.325 as my expected return of portfolio. Okay, this is simple weighted average. Okay, I did nothing extravagant. Okay, so next we need to find what? We need to find risk. So how will we find risk? So risk, there we need a correlation between them. Okay, what is the correlation between them? We need to find. So how will we do it? We need to find covariance. Covariance is what? X minus x bar into y minus y bar. If I take security ABC as x and security XYZ as y, so we'll take the deviation of both and we'll multiply it, so we get covariance. Okay, so covariance, how we are getting? See, covariance we are getting this much. Okay, now we'll have to multiply with probability whenever there is a case of probability, and we'll divide it by n whenever there is a case of ex post analysis. This is a case of ex ante analysis, so we'll do into probability only. Okay, in probability we'll get 145. This is my covariance. Okay, here we need not do it standard deviation, just leave it to covariance. Okay, so for to finding risk, we needed just covariance. Okay, so we'll leave it unto this, because what is the formula? A square plus b square plus 2ab. Okay, so wait a second. Okay, so what does that mean? Weight of a into weight of a square into standard deviation of a square plus weight of b square into standard deviation of b square plus 2 into weight of a into weight of b into COV AB. Right, this is the formula of your to find risk. Okay, so here we find risk how? The same formula. Okay, we take what? We take covariance. Okay, so if we solve it, we get risk of portfolio as 1.25%. Risk of portfolio as 1.25%. Okay, so now what has happened? You see, when the share was individually invested, the risk was how much? 12.95% and 11.25%, 11.27%. But after making it a portfolio, okay, by investing equally in both, we get a return of 12.325. Okay, some is being some return, we are getting maximum return. Okay, almost maximum return. Okay, 12.325, just 2%, just 0.2% it is less, but we are getting almost the same. Okay, 12.325, but the risk factor has been declined significantly. Okay, this is the power of diversification. Thus the portfolio results in the reduction of risk by combination of two sides. Okay, very much 1.25 is very good. Okay, so you have to do portfolio only. Next, what they are asking is find out the proportion of each of the above share to formulate a minimum risk portfolio. So for this, what we do, we just refer our formula book, we just refer our concept book. So what they are asking is find out the proportion of each of the above shares to formulate a minimum risk portfolio. By finding, how can we find a minimum risk portfolio? Okay, so for that they are asking weight of it, weight of each shares. Okay, so how can we find weight of each share? It is, how can we find it? It is weight of A is equal to दूसरे का, I am talking in Hindi, don't mind, दूसरे का, दूसरे means others. Okay, दूसरे का variance minus covariance, okay, divided by standard deviation, sorry, variance दोनों का ओके, वेरियंस दोनों का माइनस 2 times covariance. Right, this is the formula. See, this is the formula. Can you see? See, this is the formula. Okay, so what it is? We are just doing what? Variance may say we are differentiate. We are subtracting the covariance. Okay, and standard deviation, sorry, that is variance of both minus the covariance, 2 times covariance. Okay, we are taking both times covariance, no, both time variance, no, so here we are minusing 2 times covariance, that is it. Okay, so we will get, so if we substitute all of this, what is A? It is weight of my ABC security. Okay, so I'll just put it as weight of A. Okay, weight of B, how we'll get? 1 minus weight of A is equal to weight of B. Okay, this is simple. So here what we need to do, standard deviation of B, sorry, variance of B means what? Variance of your XYZ. So what is your XYZ variance? XYZ variance is 126.98. 126.98 minus what is your covariance? Your covariance is minus 144. Okay, minus 144 point something, how much? 0.25. Okay, what is the variance of A? My variance of A is 167.75 plus 126.98 is my variance minus 2 times covariance, what? 144.25. Okay, so now if we solve, minus into minus is plus, so what will get? 126.98 plus 144.25. Okay, so here we are getting what? Minus, wait a second, I'll just show it to you. What will be the answer here? If you are anytime you are getting confused of what sign should come here, just put it in calculator. 126.98, okay, minus 144.25, right? Put this in minus. Okay, if you press equal to, what will be the answer? You just write that only. Okay, you don't need to learn maths. Okay, just know the calculator, how to operate the calculator. Divide by 167.75 plus 126.98. okay, I'll just keep it in m plus, minus we need to do 2 into 144.25, it's in minus. Okay, 28.25. okay, minus MRC, so I'm getting minus 583.23. so above also I should get right. 126.98 minus 144.25, no, minus into minus plus only is coming. In down, what is happening? 167.75 plus 126.98 minus 144.25 into 2 . See, something ulta is happening here. Wait, 144.25 minus में है into 2. Okay, now we'll keep it in m plus. Okay, 167.75 plus 126.98 minus MRC. We are getting 583. Okay, it is not in minus. Okay, 583 we are getting. Okay, so how much am I getting? Weight of divided by 588.83.23. I'm getting 0.47, right? We can round it off. to 2 decimals. Okay, weight of A is 0.47, weight of B is equal to 0.53. Right, is that the answer? It should be the answer. Okay, 0.46 or 54. Okay, we are quite close, or just 465 and 5. What will be the answer, man? -1, 534. Okay, so you will get full marks. Just remember this formula, okay, for to find out weight. Okay, so for that I took this sum, this last portion. Okay, just remember all the formulas and you will be able to do it. Okay, next we move on to the next sum, which is question number 8. Here I have written that least chances in exam. Okay, so we'll see what it is. An investor has 2 portfolios to be on minimum variance set for a population of 3 securities. Okay, there are not 2 securities, there are 3 securities. Now what they are asking, they have given weights for it, portfolio X and Y. Okay, they have given here. Okay, so now what is happening, it is supposed that there are no restriction on short sales. Short sales means I'll teach you in a derivatives chapter. For now, if you want to know that short sales means in future position you are creating short position. Okay, that means you are selling first and then you will buy. Okay, they are saying there are no restrictions, just ignore this for now. Okay, you'll understand later. What would be the weight for each stock for a portfolio constructed by investing 5,000 in portfolio X and portfolio Y? Okay, we are asking what will be the weight of each stock. So how will we calculate? Is as X sum weight of A, weight of A, weight of B, weight of C. Okay, and portfolio X and Y, PX, PY, port X, port Y. Okay, so here what they are saying is this is 30%, here it is 40%, and that is 30%, down it is 30.5, 0.2. Okay, now what they are asking is calculate by when you are investing 5,000 in portfolio X, so 5,000 will be the multiply factor. Okay, I am just assigning weights to it. Okay, nothing more extravagant. Okay, here I am investing 3,000. Okay, 3,000. Okay, now we need to find answer. Okay, just we are assigning weights. I'll just directly show it to you in the answer. How much is it? It is come to 1,500, and the next one is 2,000, and another one is 1,500. Right, here 3,000 into 30% is how much? 900. Here it is 1,500, and here it is 600. Okay, so we got it. Now what they are asking is what would be the weight of each stock for a portfolio constructed by investing 5,000 in portfolio X and Y. So we will take combined also, how much in weight in each security. So total how much we are investing? 8,000, right? So here how much we are getting? So stock weight it is 0.26% of total amount. If I want to show you, see, total amount was 5,000 plus 3,000, right? It is totaling to 8,000. Okay, 1,500 plus 600. Okay, divided by how much? 8,000. I'm getting 0.26. Okay, so here they have written. So for that we have, this is my combined stock weights. Okay, 0.44 and 0.3. Okay, for now just keep it aside. We'll move on to the next requirement. Suppose the investor invests 4,000 out of 8,000 in a security A. How will he allocate the balance between security B and C to ensure that his portfolio is on minimum variance set? So what is he asking? That suppose the investor invests 4,000 in just security A. Okay, so how much should he allocate in security B and C to ensure that he is getting minimum variance portfolio? Okay, so we learned a formula called as critical line evaluation. That is how will we calculate weight in case of 3 securities. So how will we calculate it? It is, we'll use this formula. Weight of B is equal to A plus B into weight of A. Okay. What it is? Weight of B is equal to A plus B into weight of A. Okay. So now what we need to do? This is my equation. Okay. We need to put in profile, portfolio X and Y. Okay. What is weight of B? My weight of B individually in portfolio X, it is 0.4 is equal to A plus B. A plus B, just keep it in mind, it's just consonants, okay? Don't mind it. We are just using the line equation, okay? Just put in the values. Portfolio of A is equal to, weight of A is equal to 0.3, right? Right, next, for Y security, it is weight of B, how much is 0.5 is equal to A plus B into how much is my weight of A? My weight of A is 0.2. Okay, this is my equation 1, this is my equation 2. Now what we'll do? Subtract both. Subtract 2 by 1. Okay, so I'll write, I don't know 2 and by, okay, just don't get confused by from and by, okay. I'm subtracting y minus x, okay. You can write y minus x. This you can understand, no? You can write it like this also, okay. You can denote it as y and x and y, okay, and you can write it like this also, a plus b. Since this is more, right, this is less. Even if you follow any order, you will get the same answer, okay. So don't worry about that. Minus 0.4, my A will become minus. Now this is an multiply, right? You will apply BODMAS rule, okay. So first we'll have to solve this, okay. Plus B into 0.3. Since this is getting cancelled, now we'll subtract, okay. So here it is coming 0.1 and here it is getting cancelled, okay. And here what it is? B into plus 0.3. 0.3 plus 0.3, it comes to how much? B plus B 2 times B 0.03, right? This should come. No, this will come as B, okay. B is not getting cancelled, okay. But here the sign will become minus, okay, because we are minusing it. Whatever plus is here will become minus, okay. Minus B, okay, into how much? 0.3, and here it was 0.2, right? I mistakenly wrote it as 0.3, so that's why difference was coming. Now it will be 0.1, right? Now this, if we solve further, what will we get? So B is equal to 0.1. It is B, it is normal here. No, it is in minus only. B is in minus, okay, minus. And if this comes here, or I can write it as minus B 0.1, right? Minus B 0.1, I can write it if you are getting confused here, okay. So it's B 0.3 minus B 0.2, okay. So 0.1 is here, but this is greater, right? So no B, okay. So B is equal to 0.1, okay. 0.1 divided by 0.1. So B will get how much? 1. But here in answer we are getting -1. How? Wait a second now. I wrote the equation wrongly. Okay, so here it is 0.2 and here it is 0.3. So 2 minus 3 is minus B 0.1. Okay, minus B 0.1. Okay, don't make this silly mistake. Okay, I just made a silly mistake here. Okay, so here it will be minus B, so B is equal to -1. We'll transfer the minus here. Okay, so write the equations very much carefully. Okay, so here A 0.5 A plus B into B 0.2 and here 0.4 A plus B is equal to 0.3. Okay, that's why the B's value is coming 0.1. Now we'll substitute in any of the equation. Substitute B in 1. Okay, I'll put it in 1. 0.4 is equal to A plus B into 0.3. Okay, I will substitute B for A plus -1 into 0.3. So how will I get? Solve the equation. 0.3 into -1, 0.3 into 1 into 0.3, 1 into 0.3 is 0.3. Okay, minus into plus is minus into plus is minus. Okay, so I'll get minus 0.3, A minus 0.3. Okay, 0.4 is equal to, so A is equal to, if it goes here it becomes plus 0.4 plus 0.3, so A is equal to 0.7. Okay, if we substitute both these values, subs A and B in 1, we get weight of A. So how will we solve it? 0.4 is equal to A 0.7 plus -1 into 0.3. Okay, 0.7 minus 0.3 is equal to 0.4 into what? Weight of A, no, weight of A. So weight of A will take weight of A only. Okay, in the new formula. Okay, in the weight of A. We won't solve it. -1 weight of A. Okay, so if we take A over there, okay, weight of A is equal to 0.4 minus plus 0.7, right? This is the equation we get. So weight of A is equal to 0.3, right? Did we get the same answer? Something is missing, man. No, not this one. Okay, I'm sorry. Step 3, what we need to do? New minimum variance portfolio. Step 3, new minimum variance portfolio. So weight of B is equal to how much? So that's what mistake I did. Okay, not 0.4. Okay, weight of B is equal to 0. So what will take A? What is the value of A? Weight of B is equal to A plus B into weight of A, right? So if we substitute, what is my weight of B? I don't know. In the new, A is 0.7 plus B is -1 into what is weight of A? Weight of A is 0.3, right? Weight of See, now here lies the catch. This should be new weight. Okay, what is my new weight? Suppose the investor invests 4,000 out of 8,000 in security, which means 0.5% in weight A, right? 4,000 divided by 8,000 is equal to 0.5. So here my new weight will be what? 0.5. They have already given in question. So what is weight of B? What should be weight of B is equal to minus into minus only 0.7 minus 0.5. So my B value is minus 1. Okay, 0.7 minus 0.5. My weight of B is equal to 0.2. Okay, what will be my weight of C? Weight of C is equal to weight of A plus weight of B minus 1, right? So weight of C is equal to weight of A is 0.5, okay, plus weight of B is 0.2 minus 1, so weight of C is equal to 0.3. Okay, that's my final answer. Okay, my weight of C is 0.3. Okay, so how much will we allocate in each security? A is equal to 4,000, right? B is equal to how much? 20%, right? So 8,000 into 20%, how much will we get? We'll get 1,600. And C is equal to how much? It is 2,400. Okay, this is my final answer. So it is just pure mathematics. Just be mindful of what you take, okay, the equation, so you will be able to solve it. Okay, it was easy only. Just be mindful of the equations and the steps. Next we move on to it has least chances to be asked in exam, but if it is asked in exam, you'll be able to solve it, right? You should be able to solve it. We'll move on to question number 9. Question number 9 is very much easy, so I'll just refer you through the thing. Okay, what they are asking is, the following is the data regarding 6 securities, return risk. Okay, so in last lecture I told you that I will explain here only. Okay, the Markowitz efficient portfolio, this part I told you I will explain you with the question only. So here what they have asked is, the first step is, see what they are asking is, we have to select efficient securities out of given number of securities to make an efficient portfolio. Okay, so what we are doing is, we need an efficient portfolio, so what all securities should form part of it? That's what we are asking. They are asking. So what they are asking here is, they are given 6 securities, assuming 3 will have to be selected, state which ones will be picked. Okay, so we need to select only 3 securities, which one should be prioritized first. So first we'll just follow this question here. Okay, the steps here. At first, compare securities having same return and select securities having lower risk among them. So what we do, we compare securities having same return and select the lowest risk among them. Okay, which one is having same returns? 8, 8 and 8. Okay, and we'll select what? Which is having lowest risk among them. Okay, so A is selected. Okay, next what it is saying, then compare securities having same risk and select securities having highest return among them. Then we'll compare what? Same risk. So same risk, what, where it is 5, 5, 4, 4. Okay, among them what is the, so we'll take lowest return, lowest risk, and we'll select highest return. So A is getting selected. Okay, next A is getting selected, everyone. Okay, finally, if required, select the securities from those have not been compared yet. Okay, now we'll compare those which has not been compared yet. Okay, this 5% is not being compared. Okay, so the less return, what it is? Less risk. Next is less risk is E. Okay, it is having more return, so we'll select this. Okay, we'll reject B1. Okay, now which is having the most return? It is C. Okay, so C will take. This is also rejected. So A, C and D will be selected. Now what they are asking is, assuming perfect correlation. whether it is preferable to invest in security A, 75% in security A and 25% in security C, or in 100% C. So whenever there is perfect correlation, okay, we'll just do weighted average of risk, okay, like we do it in return, because I showed you in an example that correlation is not, it is perfectly substitutable, so there will be no correlation, okay. So you'll have to do just weighted average. So here what we do is, we'll see if 75% if we invest in, we'll take both the options, okay. So what will be my return? So return will be 0.75 into how much in A, into 8 is equal to 6, okay. 6 I'm getting. Return I'll get how much? 9%. Okay. Return I'm getting 8%, okay. And next how much? 25.25 into where C, 12%, plus 6 is equal to 9%, okay. Total I'm getting this. Risk also you can do same, okay. 0.75 into 4 m plus, then 12 into 0.25, how much I'm getting? 3. I'm getting risk of 6, okay, and return of 9%. The same thing we can do here also. Here we'll take directly 9 and 5%, okay. So here I'm getting more return. Return is same in both, but the risk factor is less in E, so we'll select E security, okay. So it was very basic sum, okay. Just remember the steps. First what we do, we calculate VC highest return, okay, we select that, and same return we see, okay, same return lowest risk we see, we select it, and same risk lowest risk and highest return we see, and then we'll compare all the securities afterwards, okay, which is having less. It is just calculate, just follow these steps. Now the last question for the day, okay, question number 10. X company limited invested in on 1/4/2022 in certain equity shares as below, okay. This is the P0, okay. How much is he investing? M limited is 1000 shares to 2 lakh and 1,50,000. Now in September 2022, in the same year, is getting what? Is getting dividend. I'll show it to you in the book only, okay. It is quite easy sum, okay. I'll just show it to you in the year only. I'll show you where you can make mistakes so that you can be aware of it, okay. Question, the solution is very good, okay. So this is the timeline 2022, when it is 1/4/2022, and here you will get 31st March 23. So on September you are getting 10% dividend, okay, in M, and in October 30% dividend in Unlimited, okay. You are getting the first year dividend, and next on 31st March the quotations showed that the value of M Limited was 220 and N Limited was 290, okay. So what was the share price of M Limited? M Limited number of shares is 1000 and its cost is 2 lakh. So 2 lakh divided by 1000, I'm getting 200, and in the end of the year it is 20%, 10% more it is increasing, that is 220 it is becoming. So, and afterwards 1,50,000 for N Limited divided by 500, it is coming to 300. It was in the first start of the period, but and it become 290, okay. So what they are asking is average return of portfolio at the year ended 2023. So we'll calculate year only, okay. So what is the formula? D1. What is the D1? 10%, okay. So 20 rupees we get. 200 into 10% is 20 rupees, okay. And 220, this is my end of the year. P1 minus P0 is 200 plus 20 divided by 200. So my return is 20%, okay, in security M. And in security N for nugget, Okay, how much am I getting? Dividend of 30%. Okay, its share value is only how much? 10 rupees. So only 3 rupees I will get. But P1 is 290 minus my P0 is 300. Okay, plus how much I'm getting? 3 rupees. Okay, 7 divided by how much? 300. So how much return am I getting? Minus 2.33. Okay, this is my expected average return for portfolio. Okay, next, calculate the expected average return for the portfolio for the year ended 23-24. Okay, for the next year, what they are saying, we'll read question. Okay, on 1st April 2023, investment advisor indicate A that the dividends from MN Limited will be are likely to be 20% and 35%. Okay, this is my D1. Next, respectively, and B, the probabilities of the market conditions are as below. Okay, so now what is happening here is, this is my probability. Okay, probability means what? Future data of 1 year they are asking. So what will be my P0? My P0 will be 220 at 290. Okay, this will be my P0. And what will be my future price? It will be the average of this one. Okay, so now what they are asking is expected average return of portfolio for the same year. Okay, now what will be my value of portfolio on 1st April? Okay, 1st April 2023, what will be my value of portfolio? 220 into 1000 shares, it is 220. Okay, and 290 into how much? 500 shares, right? It is 145. So 365 is my total value of portfolio. If I will do pro rata, how much will I get? 2,20,000 divided by 3,65,000. My A's value is how much? 60%, and B's value is 0.397. Okay, this is the weight. Okay, so weight will be used for average return of portfolio. Okay, so we'll use that. So we didn't calculate here or what? It's simple only. Just calculate in the weights. Okay, here cost it is given, right? We'll allocate that in for weight of portfolio. Okay, so here it was the main point. So how will we calculate? So dividend, how much will we get? 20%, right? So 100 into 20% is equal to 20 only, and 35%, 10 into 35%, it comes to 3.5. Okay, so if we calculate average return of first year, it will be how much? 220 into 0.2. I'll show it in the book. See, for the year, expected dividend 20 and 3.5, right? Capital gain, how much is it? 220 into 0.2. This is my what? See what we are doing. This is my question number 10, second part. Okay, my expected return will be 1.21, 8.10 and 1.5. Okay, for N limited, and M limited it will be 0.9, 22.3 and 36.36. Okay, now I'll do probability into X. Okay, I'm getting expected return as 24 and expected return as 8.79. Okay, next, now the expected return of portfolio. Now we'll calculate weights. Okay, weight we calculated. Okay, by using what? New your 31st March 2020, 31st March 2023 values. Okay, we calculated the number of shares, we got a value, we calculated weight of it. Okay, the portfolio is 24.091 into your weight. Okay, we'll get 18.01%. Next, what they are asking, we got average return. Okay, next what they are asking is comparative risk into investments by calculating standard deviation in each case. So what they are asking is, in this case, in each case means what? In probability of 2, 5 and 3. Okay, how much will be my comparative risk? Okay, so that we need to calculate. See, I'm getting average return of 9.09. How did I get it? 220 into how much? 220. The price is remaining the same, right? So 220 minus 220, 220 minus 220 plus 20 is my dividend. Okay, 20% is my dividend, divided by how much? The earlier value, it is 0.09. Okay, like that we have to calculate for everything. So for 250, how it will come? 250 minus 220 plus 20 divided by 220, right? 0.227. Okay, so like this you have to calculate, and x minus x bar you get here, and deviation you get here for x minus x bar. Okay, and you calculate it, you multiply it with probability, you get a single figure of variance. Okay, if we do standard deviation, we need to root it, and we'll get 9.54 as standard deviation of security X, security M, and security N for nugget. How will we get it? We'll apply the same procedure here. So what it is? 290 minus 290 plus 3.5 divided by 290. How much I'm getting? I'm getting 1.2, 1.27. 290 minus 290 divided by plus 3.5 divided by 290. 3.5 divided by 290. 3.5 divided by 290 into 100. It is coming 1.21. Okay. Here I have made a mistake, I guess. It is 1.21. Okay. So the next, how will it come? 310 minus 290 plus 3.5 divided by 290. It will come to how much? 8.10. Okay, 8.10. 8.10 I have written here. 8.10 I have written here. So x minus x bar I get, and x we'll calculate it, we'll multiply it with probability, we get how much? 23.12. Okay, this is what? This is my variance. Okay, now variance is 23.12. So we square root it, we get 4.8 as standard deviation of security N for nugget. Okay. So what they are asking is comparative risk in two investments by calculating standard deviation in each case. Okay, what is a comparative risk in two investment by calculating the standard deviation in each case? We calculate the standard deviation in each case. Okay, which one is more riskier? Security M is more riskier. So what they have answered? Second one. So if we make a portfolio of it, what will we get? We calculate standard deviation, right? So they are asking just to create standard deviation. Okay, we leave it here only. Okay, so security M is more riskier. Next, what they are telling is analyze the two investment from risk return trade-off viewpoint. What is risk return trade-off? It is how much return are you getting by doing risk. So what it is? Risk return trade-off viewpoint. No, so risk return, risk upon return. So what they are asking is risk return trade-off, risk upon return trade-off viewpoint. So M is equal to, what will you get? Standard deviation of M is 9.54. Okay, standard deviation of M is 9.54 divided by expected return is 24.091. Okay, we get 39.6% as coefficient, that is your risk return trade-off viewpoint. Okay, and next for N limited, nugget limited, it is 4.81 is your standard deviation divided by 8.792 is your return. So how much you are getting? 54%. So for every risk you are taking, you are getting 54%. Okay, to earn 1 rupee, you are taking 54% risk here, and here you are taking only 39% risk. To get 1% return, you are taking risk of 39.6%. That is in security M. I'll explain it to you very slowly. Okay, in security M, if you want to earn 1% return, you have to take 39.6% risk. But in security N Nugget Limited, if you want to earn 1% return, you have to bear 54.7%. If you want to earn 1% return, you have to take risk of this much. Okay, 54%. So that is what is the risk return trade of viewpoint. Okay, I have explained it to you very well. Okay, we have completed all the questions of Markowitz portfolio theory or modern portfolio theory. So that's it. Okay, in the next lecture we will start with Sharpe theory, capital asset pricing method. Okay, we'll start with that. Okay, tata, bye bye.